explore every piece of you. All over your body. Give you every inch of this love, cause I'm into you. You catch it? Deep down in your soul, I hope I don't injure you. I'm just saying, ouch. Your friend, them tell you don't talk too much. Remember me, so we love for you. I know you have someone. I know, but I still wanna keep it in and keep it a secret. That's right. I know you have somebody, yeah, but I still wanna link up and keep eating hush. Let me take this. Let me take this. Take this, oh baby. Let me make it feel sweet. Let me take this. Say okay. I want you to think about it. Think about it. I want you to think about it.
I'm thinking.
Think about it, girl. When you wind it up and over, when you push back up the thing, oh girl, I want you to think about it. Think about it, girl.
I'm thinking.
You're so sweet. Come here.
I know it's pretty late, but let me say good afternoon to all of Trinidad and Tobago. Yes, I am here. Heavy Duty is not with me today. It is just about 15 minutes on to the hour of 1 o'clock in Trinidad and Tobago. And this is what we do each and every Saturday. We discuss all the issues that took place through and through the week. This is the week in review. As I said, Heavy Duty is not here to hot your head today, so I know some people may call and get the opportunity to cuss him today. So I would take your phone calls, find out from you all what's happening on the outside. I would give you the phone numbers right now so you can call me up 342-0081, 342-0081, 771-1791. And of course, 466-5391. That's the numbers right there. You can call me up and tell me what's happening. What's new? Hi, good afternoon. Welcome. Hello. Yes, good afternoon.
How are you doing? Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, man. I'm cool for the hour. How are you?
So far, so good. Where is Mr. Heavy? Not around?
Well, Heavy is not here today.
Do you see, here now?
Yeah.
Look at how a talk show host on all your station there, saying the raw word yesterday evening that all you could kiss my and want to show it and say she have a tattoo in she ass and she want to show it.
Are you serious?
You yesterday over and over in your radio station. And nobody taking no heed about it.
Is that for real?
I tell you, find out from the 4 o'clock to the 6 o'clock show. But that talk show host what they were saying. Okay, by tape and plate.
Wow.
And saying it real over and over. And they say I could show it here now.
Wow.
Eh?
Well, I guess the PM could say it, so anybody else could.
But I say just on the ball, yeah.
Well, it doesn't sound proper. To me, it doesn't sound proper.
That's why I'm saying it, and I didn't want to say the right word.
Yeah.
But I find it was very vulgar with that talk show host, and she's saying it like it is a good word, right? Over and over.
Well, the responsibility of some is not the responsibility of all, I should say. Some people have choice of their responsibility, and if they find, well, it's a proper thing to say, well, to them, maybe. I wonder if your child said it, if you will feel the same way about that. I don't
exactly.
Know.
And she's the one who does talk on radio that you try and listen. You understand?
Well, maybe she put the kids to bed.
Over, and don't even say that you could say it in parable. You're saying it's free word and you're saying you have it tattoo. And you could show them it.
Wow.
You understand?
Well, yesterday program was a hot program, yeah, man. Thank you. Oh, man. Hi, good afternoon. Hello, good afternoon.
Hey, TC, very good afternoon.
Good day, good day. What's up, my brother?
Well, boy, I'm going to touch on two things quick.
Tell me.
One is concerning the program that went by yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what, really and truly, everybody does make errors, eh?
Mm-hmm. Was it an error?
So,
Was it an error or was it
well, honestly, I think that her temper went to the roof. You know, so I wouldn't blame her. I think it's just to control her temper at the end of the day, and that's that. You know, kind of like in John Ishmael and Dr. Rowley. You understand? Although it just goes to show the kind of, how to put it, dignity some of us have at the end of the day. And because, I mean, when you look at it, we are all humans. We just lose with cool at time.
Yeah.
At times,
yeah.
you know? And I think that is what happened.
But there's a responsibility that you hold when you sit behind this desk, huh? And turn on that mic. Huh? I'm just letting you know. There's a further responsibility.
This is what I was now going to say.
Yeah.
Right? Because around that time, one of my sisters, right, was listening, and she alluded to me. She said, "Brother, that is how Auntie. That you hear what Auntie said there?"
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Well, you know, Auntie just probably lose she cool, you know." But at the end of the day, I think if she's reprimanded for it, then so be it, you know. She's that type of person.
I don't want to cut you off, but I have a pause coming up my way. I have videos and, you know, whatever to thing. And when we come back around, I'll continue the conversation, all right?
No problem.
All right.
No problem.
Yes.
The views expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
They say George and them causing plenty bacchanal in the place early Christmas morning. Christmas morning. A man and the wife end up in a fight, cause out left and right, the man feel she horning. She horning. He tell she do, darling, it's Christmas time. You bring me gift from your heart, I bring from mine. Anything you want, honey, I will spare a dime. Tell me what you want for Christmas. Tell me what you want for Christmas. She said, I want clothes, I want shoes. Don't pick up nothing, honey. I want shoes, I want house, I want land. The man gets some facts, he say, well, it's best you go and let I want buy that for you. Oh, Christmas morning, I want how your name calling so. And I want that, I want this, and I want that. You bring your ham and sorrel, we bring the shak and quattro. I want this, and I want that. I want this, and I want that. What you want, what you want, what you want, what you want, what you want. I know. They say church and them causing plenty pain and suffering early Christmas morning. Christmas morning. People want to know what causing it wrong, whether it is true or a misunderstanding. Misunderstanding. The man make up to his wife and apologize. Gonna make she breakfast as a surprise. Wifey meet him in the kitchen as soon as she rises. He said like an angel send you. Tell me what you want on the menu. She said, I want hops, I want ham, I want sorrel, I want jam, I want turkey,
Hey guys, it's Aisha Wells here. Listen up. If you're considering selling or renting your house in Trinidad and Tobago, then call Keelan George with O'Neill's Real Estate Group. He's a good friend of mine and he's been in the business for over 6 years. First, selling real estate in Atlanta, Georgia, and now right here in Trinidad and Tobago. He has a strategic online marketing presence that actually attracts thousands of home buyers and renters. Plus, with his home selling advice and techniques, he's getting homes sold really fast. Keelan will actually guarantee you sell your home, or get this, you can cancel the listing agreement and pay nothing at any time. That's right, you heard me, nothing at any time. Selling your home doesn't have to be stressful, people. Check out www.o'neillrealestatetT.com. O'Neill is spelled O-N-E-I-L, or just call Keelan direct at 363-4030. That's 363-4030.
Greetings and blessing in the name of our wonderful Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I'm Valentine Garcia.
And I'm Nikki Garcia. And we would like to invite you to listen to the Final Hour broadcast every Monday from 12 midnight to 5 in the morning on the street 919 FM radio.
Hear my mom, Pastor Helen Garcia, and myself, Pastor Valentine Garcia Jr., preach the word of God to the elderly, youth, and children. We can be contacted at 629-0113 or 623-8444.
Please be sure to tune in and prepare to be blessed.
My life, I lay it on the altar. As my life.
Let's vaccinate Trinidad and Tobago. The Sinopharm COVID-19 vaccines are WHO approved, safe, free, and they work. No appointments needed for drive-through facilities and most of the mass vaccination sites. Visit www.health.gov.tt for more details on walk-in locations. So don't wait. Go, grab a jab. Let's vaccinate TNT. A message from the Ministry of Health.
Turn your lights down low and listen to the Master's Radio.
The Church of the Firstborn Assembly of numbers 399 Eastern Main Road, Guayco, Sangre Grande, is pleased to present Pastors Morris and Agnes Johnson and guest Sundays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Friday night Sunday Ministry of Worship, Children Hour, and the Word from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Tuesdays, see Jesus in every book of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation from 9 p.m. Wednesdays, Empowering Men Ministry, 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. and Friday night, 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. All night prayer for our nation. Tell your neighbors, tell your friends, tell everyone. For further information, visit with us at www.churchofthefirstbornassembly.org or on Facebook. Email us at church668hope@gmail.com or call us at 753-1113 or 236-7271. Your free gifts and offerings will be greatly appreciated at Church of the Firstborn Assembly, account number 795222 at the First Citizens Bank.
Get in touch with God. Turn your radio on.
If you're experiencing pain, constipation, headaches, poor blood circulation, high or low blood pressure, diabetes, cancer, swollen or darkened feet, come visit us at Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. We at Health and Wealth Lifestyle offer a wide range of services. Come and experience our new 3D analyzer, which allows you to have a look inside your body. We also provide live blood analysis, iridology, ionic foot detox with foot soak and foot massage, aquatherapy, full body massage, and organic supplements on sale such as Nano Silver, Nano Zinc, Body Light, cold pressed sesame oil, and more. Health and Wealth Lifestyle, located at number 73 Eastern Main Road, Barataria, opposite Eastern Credit Union. For more information, call 275-8359 or 288-1108.
Ikaro, I am Alatumishe Ifabamishe Aganki, better known as MCD, and every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I host a show called Orisha, The Way of Life, right here on the Sheet 919 FM, where I have guests passing through from the Orisha Ifa Baptist Diaspora to educate, edify, and inform you, the listening public, about Orisha Ifa practices. So remember to tune in every Monday between the hours of 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. for Orisha, The Way of Life.
Share the line. Share the line. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the line. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the line. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the line. The Street 919 FM.
Well, we are back. It's just about 3 minutes after the hour of 1 o'clock, and I continue to take your calls. You can call me up right now. You know my numbers. For those who don't know my numbers, you can call me at 342-0081. That's 342-0081 771-1791. You can call me WhatsApp at that number as well, 771-1791. Or you can also call me at 466-5391. All right? Continue to take your phone calls. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Hi, good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon. What's up, my brother?
Touching on any topic or?
Any topic. It's an open forum today. It's the weekend review, so you can talk to me about anything that bothers you or anything you want to speak about.
All right, I'm my first time call on your program.
Yeah, man. Hello? I don't know what went on with your call, first time caller, but you can call me back if you please. I don't know what went on with the call just now, right? But I hope you call me back. Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, TC.
Yeah, man.
As I was saying, the responsibility, watch man, that's just to show you sometimes. You have to be careful, of what comes out your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother used to tell me, she always says some things are better left unsaid than said.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And if you feel something bad coming on, bite your tongue.
Hush your mouth, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, man.
And my thing is, what? No need to bash, you understand? But we need to be mindful as to what we say. Because sitting behind a microphone, as you rightfully said, it is a responsibility entrusted in you. You could either use it for good or bad.
Mm-hmm.
And being a role model, you are subjected to ridicule sometimes and even mistakes because you are human. So it's just a matter of being mindful.
Yeah, man.
Right? The other thing I want to say too, this thing with Dr. Rowley and Agent Ishmael,
mm-hmm.
I would say both parties are wrong. And the reason why I say this is one, Ancient push Dr. Rowley's buttons. Right?
Yeah.
And so much so to get a reaction from him. Right? And then proceeded to broadcast it. As if to get some props on his shoulder. My thing is, well, Dr. Rowley is a clever guy, so he would know what to do next time.
Well,
next time, just tell him.
Well, he should have known. He should have known what to do this time, and not wait for the next. And not wait for the next time. That's just my view. You hold one of the highest offices in Trinidad, right? And even though you didn't speak it, but you sent it in an email, right? You have to be mindful that people is going to take that to the next level. And if you act like, hey, I don't care if they take it to the next level, then that's being part irresponsible. You know?
Correct.
Because everybody has that breaking point, right? Everybody's human, and people are expecting you to be not human when you're at certain standard in life, or you're a prime minister or whoever you are, right? They expect you to be not human, right? What I expect from you as personally, I would have sent back an email, but in my own capacity, and maybe in my mind, or while I'm writing the email, I would say, why you don't kiss my, you know? If you know, to me, I would say, I want to tell you. It's like you want to tell your boss something that because he's actually getting on your nerve, but knowing he's your boss, you would not, right? And I'm not saying that ancient Ishmael is his boss. I'm saying I'm saying that sometimes you have to hold your tongue. You know, you should just say, I want to send in this email, all your ma, and give some good Trini lingo, but I can't. Yeah, kiss my neck. You know, I have to hold back because of who I am. You know? And that's just my personal view on it.
I agree. Now watch this. Before I go.
Yeah.
Facebook. You should have seen what Facebook did. Facebook did something, right? Someone made a video where Dr. Rowley was actually using choice words.
I saw that video.
And I was like, my goodness, that is how far people reach.
Yeah, they actually use his video and put somebody else's audio. Well, they mimicked him. They put an audio to it. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm getting a lot of calls, so we'll chat later. All right.
Will do, buddy. Will do.
Right, cool.
Have a good one.
Yeah. Hi. Good afternoon. Welcome.
TC Aisha here. Good afternoon.
Hi, Aisha. Good afternoon. How are you?
Good. I understand you have some questions for me.
No, I don't have any questions to you. My first caller said that it was very irresponsible of the host of the program between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. yesterday to be using some words of, I think it's something to deal with. Well, he alluded that you used some. I did not listen to your program.
No
some
problem.
words
I can
like,
tell you what I said.
right.
Do you want me to repeat it?
And he thought of it being irresponsible, and I said to him that what may be irresponsible to us may not be irresponsible to you. And if the Prime Minister of the country, he didn't say it, but he said it in an email, then it may be okay to say it. I did not.
Do you read the Bible, TC?
Huh?
Do you read the Bible?
Yes, I do.
Do you know the word ass is in the Bible?
Yes, I do.
Do you know that pastors also use it on religious platforms and pulpits? It's not.
Well, personally, I don't know that. I have never heard. I have never heard a pastor using it. Right? I know it's there. I know it's not an obscene. It is not a curse.
Okay.
It is. Ass is really a animal.
I have used the word for 13 years now on radio. I've never had an issue with it. That has never contacted me or the radio station in regards to using the word.
Right.
If anybody other than Bacchanal Man didn't raise the issue, I would have really thought nothing of it.
Right.
But because Bacchanal Man raised the issue, and as you know, his name is Bacchanal Man. He loves Bacchanal.
Yeah.
You know, I felt it necessary to get it. It wasn't used in vexation. It wasn't used in anger. It was me being my regular self.
Okay.
On my regular show.
Because they hear if you were listening to I think his name is Andy just now, the second caller, he was saying that maybe, you know, he was a little angry and
no, I wasn't angry.
So
I was being my usual self.
Right. He was just being your usual self.
Correct.
And
I just wanted to clear that up, and for those who were concerned or confused.
All right. And did you say that you could show your ass on?
What? I said I wanted to show my tattoo. I actually have a tattoo with the word "kiss my ass" on, and I wanted to show it. Yes, I did say that.
Is it on your butt?
Yes, it is. It's on my ass.
It's on your butt.
Yes.
All right. So one of these days you would show me it personally.
I'll show it to the world, TC. You know I don't care.
I do what you show the world.
I wear it every Monday and Tuesday on the road while playing mass. I'll just take a picture next time and post it face.
Aisha, I don't want you to post a picture of it. All right? I would rather you not show the world. All I am asking for on national radio is I get a personal view of the tattoo. That's all, and I'm comfortable with that. We have been friends for.
Yeah. Well, food going up in the grocery.
Yeah. Aisha, I started a small food business, and personally, I had to stop because I was trying to sell food at a minimum to meet the needs of the people that cannot buy, the expensive food but eat good. Right?
Understand.
All right. And then when I look at it, I am getting up at 3:30, 4 in the morning and preparing lunches, and the amount that I'm putting out,
you're not making it back, and then you can't raise your price on the customers because they won't buy it.
Thank you.
Put all on your shelf.
Thank you. So I had to stop and say, listen, thank God for these small mercies, but I cannot continue because the prices of everything, every time you go to the supermarket, it is getting higher. Every single time.
The funny thing is, every cent I get, I go to the supermarket with it. That's a habit I have.
Right.
I'm actually on my way to buy chicken now. I like to buy it in bulk, just in case anything, I have it restored.
Right.
And people can't buy food.
You cannot buy it.
They can't. Every time you go back to the supermarket, something going to buy $3 or $5.
Yes.
With no reason.
But where is the people in authority to deal with this, Aisha? Now that I have you here with me, where is the people? And we cannot say, Aisha, don't blame the government, because the government put people in place to deal with price gouging and
And that is what I was just about to say, TC. You see, if we could get the arms of the state to work,
right,
then we won't have a problem,
But then
there is a standard of bureau in place to address these consumer issues.
Who does the standard? Who does the standard of bureau fall under? What ministry, or does it fall under a ministry? Or are they just the standard of bureau? Is this just a willy-nilly something that people get paid and nobody looks over them?
It will be under the Ministry of Labor. Why I have had persons go to Labor Board with issues involving regular consumer and customer relations, and they got results.
Right.
So it will fall under the Ministry of Labor. What we could do is we can find out how this toothless bulldog operates, and if anybody in that department being paid, and if so, we need to know.
But no, they are being, obviously they are being paid.
For a job that you're not doing, and we out here and you're not investigating the claims. If a pack of milk is $2 in one supermarket and $10 in the next supermarket,
thank you. Now,
why are you not out there investigating this?
Now, Aisha, I'm glad you brought up that. Here why, right? Everybody was overwhelmed by the price of the chocolate digested going up, right? No, it went up to, I think it's $3, right? Right. I went to somewhere this morning, and that is what ignited the conversation. That establishment has it for $5. Right? Now, how on earth could you tell me it's already up to $3? And that was a price increase. And this establishment raised it to $5, and nobody ain't going to this establishment and say, listen, you cannot sell it at that price. Why is this continuously going on?
People going and reporting the establishment, or we just seeing it at the price and passing it straight, or who wants to buy, or who don't want to buy, don't buy.
Well,
Trinidadians have to get in the culture, TC, of standing up for something or taking anything. It's one out of two.
We first have to get into the culture of stop taking bribe. Because 100 of us will go and report it, but the man who have to go and see about it, because of the owner of the establishment being a up so wrong, so come wrong, so you can't go by he. His supervisor or manager calling him and asking, why you going in the people place? And we know that. So the first thing,
we know that culture exists.
That culture exists.
But just in case that culture steps in, we as Trinbagonians have to know to put up the establishment and not buy that product.
And not buy it. And that is where it will start. You see, when we start not buying that product, Aisha, I went to a Chinese food restaurant on Saturday last, right? Ordered some food. A lady in the line, she had ordered before me. She came back to the cashier when she opened her box and she said, could you sprinkle some saive on me, for me, please? Because apparently every time she buys, she gets her saive sprinkled on the food, right? The Chinese told her, no saive, no saive. Right?
No saive?
No saive, because price at Thai gone up. Price at Thai too high. Just so the Chinese explained to her.
So she had to pay extra for the little saive to sprinkle on top.
No, he's not. He did not buy the saive at all.
He didn't give it.
He did not. He have no saive at all.
Wow.
So he asked her if she don't want the order, right? And she said, no, I will take the order. But he has a restaurant running, and he said he's not buying the saive. He's not buying it because the price of saive is too high. It is 2 saive for $10. So he's not purchasing that. Even though he's maybe getting it at a better price because he's going to be buying wholesale. Right. So he's still finding the prices too high. Right? And this is where...
As citizens, we need to be disciplined.
We need to be disciplined.
Who can afford to buy the saive for 2 for 10, go buy it and watch those who can't afford and say, well, at least I could.
Buy it, yeah. Yes.
Yeah, and that's the problem we have as Trinbagonians, and it's standing up for one another where this is concerned.
And we need...
the sad part of it is, the only people that suffer is us.
Thank you.
Because those who could afford to buy it will buy. We have to get back to basics, TC. We have to start back with the kitchen garden, the little community gardens.
Well, I'm ahead of a lot of people with that because I have my little garden home with all my little peppers and seasonings and stuff like that, and I pay attention to my garden so I would not have to go on and now I'm branching off. I'm doing little green figs, and so I cannot take it anymore. I'm doing all that I can to supplement myself. You understand? Yeah,
and
but
I want to congratulate you with that, and don't just stop there, you know. Teach your children how to do it too.
No, my
so they could also grow up knowing that this is what it is you have to do in order to get by.
Exactly.
Because we will plant it, and when we do so, and we close the eye wherever little dust we need, you know what they're going to do with it? Take it and spend it out in the same food. And spend it out in the same things that we worked hard enough in order to think. So we had to start from somewhere. And I really enjoyed this conversation with you. So, you know, I said I wasn't calling you back.
No, not me. And I call your phone personally. I'll tell you on national radio. Me and you, that's how we think. I call you personally about 3 times. You play and answer my call. Go ahead. Go ahead. I love you, darling, and do have a beautiful day.
Have a good show.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Besides all of that, we have to hold people responsible for things like this, because if this falls under the Ministry of Labor, then somebody has to answer, why is everybody allowed to sell willy-nilly for any price they feel like? And it cannot continue like that. Fire the Minister of Labor, because, I mean, come on, he has to hold some responsibility for that. Hi, good afternoon. You can call me back, caller. I apologize. I was just making a point there before I take your phone calls. I'm telling you, if it falls under the Ministry of Labor and the minister is not doing his work, fire him. That's how I look at it. Fire him. Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I'm a first-time caller to your program. I do listen at times, but I am really enjoying this conversation.
Thank you so much.
And let me tell you, I coming through, I was walking down Charlotte Street coming from. I said, look, let me see if I can get some sight. You see, to my surprise, $6 for one. I said,
How much for one?
$6 for one.
$6 for one.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
same
2 for
size
10.
where they was having $2 for $5 and all that kind of thing.
Side was 3 for $5. Side was 3 for $5.
Listen to me, now, man. I said, well, I said, thank God. I have some shadowbenny at my yard. I have garlic. I have ginger. I have some onions, pimentos, and you know what?
That is seasoning.
Good, very well fine.
And if you
understand?
if you can plant somebody big time, because that has grow like wildfire, eh?
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't know, for some reason, it's probably, I probably wasn't having the time, or I didn't have the time to really take care of them like how I used to, because I hardly used to buy that.
Sweetheart.
But it's just for some reason, as I mentioned, I really wasn't having time.
Sweetheart,
to care about it.
just stick
And,
a
you
little,
know,
just stick a little piece of that in the ground. You don't have to see about that, and you see that big leaf time. When you start to get that, so you're cutting and getting all in the band then, because it's so much.
The time, yes. I have
Yes,
I
that
have
big
of
leaf
course.
time.
Of course, no, I got tired for the scythe.
The scythe, yeah, scythe. You have to give the time to the scythe. You have to, when I mean, you have to have time on your hands.
I say, well, look here. No, my point is, if a lot of people could do like what I did, and not only that, I see just like what you were saying with Aisha, right? A lot of things have gone up in the supermarket,
Yes.
and let me tell you, I bypassed a lot of things because they're ridiculous, and people need to stop at this thing. The Joneses. The Joneses have this, so I want to compare
Exactly.
to what I have in my basket.
Exactly.
We need to stop that. Yes. Excuse my language. We need to stop it in Trinidad and
Yes.
Tobago, because we're watching the Joneses basket. You understand? And we want to compare with the Joneses.
Force in your
to show
hand.
the Joneses.
Yeah.
You see? So, Trinidad and Tobago, wake up, plan all the things, right? And I am going to continue to do my part, you know, to save some money. Yeah, so I am enjoying your program. And just one thing.
Go ahead.
Before I go,
ahead.
this is my view. I hope nobody knocked me from my view. My personal view. This thing with Ancient Ishmael and Dr. Rowley, in my heart, Ancient Ishmael is wrong, because I am saying both of you all have private conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, the man did not, Dr. Rowley did not come out in the open and say, Ancient Ishmael kissed my, you know.
Yes, yeah, that was a private
had
email.
A private conversation,
Yeah.
and he come out, jump out the old self, and then playing victim after. So this is my personal view. Who want to call me and knock me, that's their business. My view is my view. So TC, you have a blessed good afternoon. I am enjoying this program.
Thank you
Bye.
so much. Yes, you enjoy. Oh Lord, I enjoy speaking to that lady right there, because I'm telling you, this is what we really have to do. Hi, good afternoon, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I know come somewhere, I will call the name Extra Food Grocery. And let me tell you something. I just call in one item. I now get 6-pack of carrots for $20.
6 packs?
Yes, 6-pack. I will call in one item, eh? So, you know the big fat toilet paper? I get 12 of that in a pack for $20. And last week I buy in the market 1 pack of carrots for $7.95. I just explain them to them. Because I am telling you, some of the people real overdoing it.
Yep.
I could sell anybody with extra food. According to the moment, really, and you can see offers they have. I spent $400 and something, and well, as a driver came here and bring me back home, right? And I telling you, the amount of bags I bring out, he bring out and put on my table. You won't believe all this thing, and I spend over $400.
But I would advise you, or anybody, when you're going to these supermarkets that has the great specials, stick to the specials.
Of course. No, listen.
Buy only what is on special.
Listen to me. Unless I tell me, look,
yes, I know for sure.
4 orange for $20. You know what I get the same 4 orange for?
How much?
4 orange for $14.
You see, so you save $6.
Yes. And every month, I tell you, Extra Food does have a sale.
Yeah, they do.
For about 10-day sale.
Yes, they
and
do.
I will advise anybody to go there and buy the item. I will advise anybody to go there. Some of the supermarkets overdoing it, but Extra Food is not one of them. I can tell anybody about that. Okay?
Thank you so much.
All right. Okay.
Yes. No, what you're saying there, you're right, caller. But I would advise, because you see, when people go to shop sometimes, they see the offers and they start to stray and they take up other things and this and that, and that is what is going to throw you off. You go there, you maximize on the offers and offers only, and you will see your way, I'm telling you. Hi, good afternoon, welcome.
Hi, good afternoon, TC. I called earlier on, but I get distracted and cut off the phone.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I want to raise 2 points. Here's
Go.
what's going on in Trinidad here. There are people who are very egotistic and they just want to put up a show. I could go in a grocery and if you can buy something for $15,
I could buy it, yes.
Yeah, that's the problem. Here's
Yes.
what's going on. I was so fortunate that as a young man, my father living in Port of Spain, and Carolina should be exact. And my father run me out the house and send me up in Toko on a piece of land 30 acres, and I don't tell you the rest.
That was history.
Yeah, right, and I never regretted it. Some people don't have the opportunity, but my father made my man by doing me that.
Yeah.
I give my a start, you understand? And next point is, I am 44 years of age and I'm yet to see anyone. I'm talking about activists, I'm talking about both government, UNC and PNM to convince me to vote for any one of them. And I think some of the activists and some of the people who are not calling no names and are not pointing no fingers at anybody, don't get me wrong, this is my view. He has to convince me to vote for any of these political parties. Because everybody just try to justify, even though it's wrong. That's how I see it. Even though it's wrong, they try to justify it and make and kind of president that their party perfect. They do, they can't pass, they pass through circle. You understand? And I believe if somebody operating like that, I believe they sell your soul.
No, the activist role and function, and I don't care who vexed with me today, because I'm a person that believes that I came here, and when I sit here with no political affiliation, right? I sit here and I know no party does nothing for me, right?
Yeah.
So I could speak and say what I want. The activist role and function is he's the shepherd that leads the sheep astray, for personal gain, for personal gain, and people. The day that us, I should say, we on the outside, whether we are listeners to our frequency or listener to our favorite radio host or TV host or whoever, the day that we understand that, hey, they are doing this for a personal gain and not really because they really, and there are very few people that is really genuine when it comes to that, then you would start to see where you're really heading.
I listen to a lot of people and I debate both people on both sides, UNC and PNM, and as I say, I'm 44 and I'm yet to convince in this country to stain my finger any of the political party, because I'm feeling I will contribute to whatever going on in this country, be corruption, cronyism, whatever. And that is my personal feeling. You understand? Because apparently I can't understand that something is wrong and it's justifying it like it's right,
yes.
and passing it on to somebody else.
There is always a way to shift the goalpost for them.
Nice.
There is always a way to shift the goalpost so the goal could score.
Yeah.
You understand? Yeah, man. Thanks so much, and I wish you all the success in your continuous endeavor, my brother. All right. But that caller is so right. Continuously, all you do is shift the goalpost to make your listeners or your followers or whoever it is, to make them feel that, okay, it is correct to do the wrong thing. Hi, good afternoon, welcome.
Pleasant good afternoon, TC.
Pleasant good afternoon.
Rastaman from the Go here.
Yeah, Rastaman from the Go, what's up?
I'm calling to touch on something, and I just want to correct something you just said. It's not just always a way to shift the goalpost. The activists is the ones that shifting the goalpost.
Well, that's what I mean. Yes, that's what I mean. The activists are the ones that always shift the goalpost to make whoever they following to make that wrong right.
Right. Now I want to touch on something, and a couple of weeks ago I called and I was talking to you on Heavy, and I told you that hypocrisy is what have us in these situations that we're in right now. And I want to touch on one little thing that happened to my incident that happened on this same radio station. Now, I accustomed calling every radio program. I don't talk politics. I talk governance.
Right.
I am not campaigning for nobody, so nobody can sell me. I have never voted, so I'm not in voting. I am yet to see a party that I'm going to choose to vote for. And that brings my point on to this. An incident happened with me and a talk show artist. And it was a personal incident that happened home. I wasn't aware of the incident. Called the radio station as I accustomed, talking to the person. The person started blazing. When I tell you blaze, I'm stupid, me not aware of it, So I'm trying to figure out what it is. If it is even if something happened a long time, adults would have come and asked a question. ETC. Yes, so transparent. It is really going on. No, you take wherever they tell you, and you're going with it. You're blazing on live on the radio, and then you come and you're blazing poor me a living.
So just now, before you go any further, you know the person one-on-one.
Yeah.
So why didn't he meet you personally?
I can't answer that, TC. I can only say what I would have done had I been in that situation.
All right, well, go ahead.
I can only tell you what I did when I was in the situation. So the person that I am, I could not reach out to the individual, so I went to one of the relatives, and I take the relative to the source of the problem. I say, hey, so was said, and I hear my name calling, please explain how this transpired and what happened. They did. So I say, when you come now, tell the individual what happened and how it transpired. I'm yet to get an apology. But this is something that happened personally, yeah?
Well, sometimes... Go ahead.
So to my surprise, hearing the same person now yesterday saying that the email was sent privately and the person had no right to bring it in the public forum and the wrong, I was like, wow. You see, that hit me like a concrete block.
And it goes back to just what we were speaking about, right? What is shifting the goalposts?
Exactly.
Shifting the goalposts, that the goal always scores for your side.
Exactly. And I was shocked because you know why this person in the heart and soul, what they're saying is right, for that scenario. You understand? But for my scenario, it's wrong.
It's,
You could not be adult enough to come and answer, hey, I heard so take this. What is really
going on?
I could explain or even say, no, or even give me a chance. You as judge, prosecutor, everything with that incident.
Well,
that is one thing I want to touch on.
Right.
But it don't bother me because I tell people I don't study people to that extent, but it's just to see it unfold.
Yeah, you're just showing the comparison.
No, exactly. I also told you at time when you were speaking in your very first or second program that we need some investigative journalism. You see, just as how when the allegation was made with this rapper, and the foreign news reporters made contact with our Minister of Health to ask a question.
Yeah.
We need some journalism like that. Not because it's your party, you're not going and call the Prime Minister or the Minister or National Security, whoever it may be. But if it's anybody else or anything else, you're making a call, you're making it your business to find out.
Yeah. And you're the one that could get the inside source and come and get everything straight.
Exactly. What we need to do here is stop. You see, your opinion, we tend to opinion.
And that's a killer right there. That is a killer because here why? You don't know the real story behind it.
Exactly.
But you are already formulating and you could get to the bottom of it, huh?
And you could make a call and verify everything in a heartbeat back.
Yes.
So this is word from your mouth, this is what transpiring.
Yes.
So this is something that we need as not only as human beings, but you see, according to the portfolio whole, it is easier to deal with it that way. So and next thing also, this is not as important, but our next thing we need to look at. You see, some jobs you hold, you need to do a public speaking course.
Okay.
So sometimes you don't have to be rich and famous, but you see in the portfolio whole,
you
must know how to
you need to speak
people.
properly, yeah.
That is very important. When I tell you that is very important. One of my mentors died at 88 years old. That man, I have never heard him use a bad word. But that man could change your day just by talking to him. I'm telling you, and this is why, you see, when he's a role model, you don't need to be the Prime Minister, President, whoever. Once he's a role model, You need to think about what you do and how you do it carefully. Now, I'm not saying it pertaining to the Prime Minister. He had no right to go public with something that happened private.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is for us to better ourselves.
Ourselves, yeah.
Sometimes we're in a position that children listening on, and we can't just make comments because that is how we feel. And as I said, that sometimes like a simple thing on it, a daily routine, you on the road. See you bounce up a police officer today, and because of his feeling in a good mood, you good enough.
Yeah, and the day he in a bad mood.
Police officer, you would bounce up tomorrow, and because he bounce it when he live in your house, see you have to lie down on the ground because he want to shoot you.
Yeah. That's true.
And this is what I'm saying this for. Sometimes just have simple thing as method of approach. These are things, you see speech, you see how you speak. You can't come to a civilian aggressive and expect him to be calm and collective with you.
Yeah.
So TC, once again, good program. Heavy, and me a lock one.
Yeah, man.
So TC, have you have a blessing and a lock one and listening to.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Good evening to you, TC.
Hey, what's up, my brother?
I'm cool. We're partner heavy.
Well, he's not here today.
Okay, partner.
Yeah, I'm on my own today.
Okay, partner. TC, I think that I want to thank Jama for calling to highlight where she get these items for small money that people pocket too small. Could go in that supermarket
and get some stuff.
And get good.
Again, I will plead with people when you go, stick to what they have on the specials. I know what I'm saying. You want to see your bill leave from 400 to 1,000? You just go willy-nilly and go wild when you reach there.
Go astray. And this is, she gave me an idea in my head that any supermarket you go in and you find the price blazing high, you should highlight it on social media.
Yes.
Any supermarket you also go in and price cheap, you should also highlight it.
Yes, we have to set the trend for each other.
Yes, we have to set the trend for each other. But if I go this well, I ain't going to no supermarket, but if I go in any supermarket and it's expensive, you must use your Facebook page, your account, your wall, and share and say, don't go there. And if you go somewhere else and price nice, please share it too. So people go see, we could go and get something to buy for cheap.
Yeah.
Because things like today, they side now, things very expensive. And people are going to buy things from wholesale and still suddenly think triple and double the price. Because they're using this pandemic to blame it on the pandemic, to say, oh God, the pandemic, things hard and things hard and things hard. Yes, I understand, yes, things hard some way, but we cannot be using that as a defense to rob poor people, to take out poor people eye, to say we can't do this, we can't do that because why? We have agenda.
Well, you see, that's why I think you should retract that piece of the statement there. Here why?
Yeah.
We have choice. The only thing we have right now is our dollar and choice. And we are the biggest spenders, right? Poor people are the biggest spenders when they don't understand. They don't understand that every time they accumulate every little 80, 60, 100, 150, from every ghetto that goes to the supermarket, right? That is how it comes up to millions, right? Because when the rich go to the supermarket, they buy only what they need. They don't buy what they want. They buy only what they need. The only thing we have is choice, Kingsley. And we are not using that to our advantage. Because as a caller said, we are watching in the neighbor's basket and saying, well, them could buy it, so we forcing our hands to buy it. Right? What we have to do is start to use choice. Say, I am not buying this.
And you say, I have something, I just hear. Me, I might put something. Sit me at the table, right? Where people do good, so I can learn. Put me at the table where people do good, where I can learn. You see, I do not go places where poor people go in, like in supermarket and thing, in grocery and thing, because I know where them going expensive. I go places where rich people go in, because I understand that rich people don't go nowhere expensive. They look expensive and feel expensive. But that is why most rich people go in certain, like that same extra food price much, because you get things in deal. We are going to go in them grocery and Charlotte Street and them and bust the price.
Yeah.
Bust price. Right? So I just always, yes, certain places where rich people go, yes, it's expensive. But I can tell you, rich people like cheap things, you know. Don't like tapping them. People, because they're rich, I don't put a pan and you go feel, hey, that pan come from, you know what I mean? And you know it's rotten to buy it. You understand? So,
yeah.
So, yeah. So, because this is like a person, I don't, and it is not a big boy thing, because I understand.
Yeah, you understand economics. So you're buying in bulk, so it will last long.
Last longer.
Yeah, and
you're buying soap, you buy a big pack of soap. You're buying sugar, you're buying a big pack of sugar, a pack of milk. Because things are to everybody to run in the grocery and to run in them stores. It was go somewhere where you know it's wholesale. You know what I mean?
Better deal supermarkets on Arangwes Road is pretty great on price.
And that way we must do. We must highlight these supermarkets and these places them where people could go and get the reasonable price. If we do it, if we not give you no free highlight once it's expensive. If it's for poor people, we'll get them that blind, because you know what I mean, we're human beings. You will say like go here and go there, and that must be no problem for nobody, because here going on things hard. And if you can help somebody today in our country, let us do it. You see, before I go, I want to say I am fully up now. I'm top up. I take my Johnson & Johnson today.
So you had your Johnson & Johnson today?
Yes, I went Independence Square.
Yeah.
I want to say good afternoon.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling?
Well, our song is the same, right?
Right, your song is the same, yeah.
Right. Well, I just feeling normal. I just have I drink plenty water.
Right.
Right? Yeah, there's plenty water. The only thing the little feeling that is staying in hand. But other than that,
everything
there's
okay.
no kind of symptoms with me so far after 6 hours. I have no headache, I have no thing, but I wait to see still, because the day is still long.
Yeah.
But I pray to God. But and it was the Johnson & Johnson, one dose.
One shot.
Yeah, let me say good afternoon to the people who welcome me down there full. Look, Kingsley. Let me say good afternoon to the MP for Portsmouth South, East Scotland, also the Minister of Education, also the Minister of Social Development, also the Minister of Health was there. I was introduced to all of them, and they know Kingsley. You know what I mean? They know Kingsley because they say they listen to 91.9. Now they say they listen to 91.9. So let me say good evening. So I'm sure, and they must be in the car going somewhere, and the radio might be one there because it's politics. So let me say good evening to these MPNM, and they treat me real thing. And they say, Kingsley, come home. I said no, I'm not coming home. TC.
All right, Kingsley.
Kingsley, you say UNC leave you, but reply. I say MP Scotland, yes. UNC leave me, but I never leave the UNC. Thank you very much.
All right, Kingsley, man. All right. Oh, my. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Pleasant good day to you, TC.
Yes, Paul. What's up, my brother?
Paul, I'm good, actually. I realize that Heavy isn't there today.
No, Heavy's not here today.
I just want to be able to make my, I want to be able to make my 2 cents contribution.
Go ahead.
But before I do so, like Kingsley went and take his poison. It's like putting oil and water together. Anyways, good for him. I want to say, TC, this afternoon, that is before the Prime Minister come on set, that we're looking at jobs and vaccine and all these things, but we're not looking at the real issue where the economy is concerned, right? For far too long, people have been saying, hey, we have a consumer fair bureau that is not even actively involved in what is taking place in the nation's supermarkets, right? And one place you would go, you would see it's in a corned beef for $17.50, and the next place you will go, you will see for $22, right? And I think things like these should be reported to Consumer Affairs, and they should have one price across the board.
Yes,
right?
but the problem with that right there, and I was telling Aisha, is this: me, you, 5-6 other people will call Consumer Affairs and say, listen, XYZ, right? And that price is not fair. The person who takes the phone call with all good intention may take up the case and say, I'm going to investigate. The person over them, right? That person who is over them, most of the times, and you know this, and let's stop sweeping things like this under the carpet. The person over them will be in arms with the owners of the establishments. And when you carry or you made that phone call and they say, well, it's not somebody from Consumer Affairs or whatever government building or whatever, called to investigate. Who? Okay, just now, let me make a call. And then it comes back to the personal authority coming down to this person and saying, who tell you to go there? But why you going in the people place? Am I lying, Paul?
Right, I understand what you're saying, right, TC? But we have a lot of counselors, activists, you name it, in this country, right? And before we stop fight against each other and try to be better than each other and try to feel we can outshine each other, there are simple things like this. We can form a group and an organization. You ever hear there's numbers and strength?
Yes.
And if we don't have numbers and strength and we want to do it as an individual, we would never be successful.
The first thing we have to do is put down our political hats and start to live as a people, right?
Correct.
If we just rest down there, because everybody has to eat, whether you're a PNM or UNC, whether you love Rowley, you're in love with Kamla, you're in love with your minister, whoever, we have to eat. So we have to rest down. But you see, if I'm a PNM, how they look at it is this: if I'm a PNM and I go to protest against food price, then I'm making the PNM look bad. No, I'm not making the PNM look bad, you know. But that's the thinking of the people in Trinidad. So they would not come out and protest. They would rather stay and suffer and not get it right. You know, if it's UNC in power and the UNC strongholds will not come out and protest because they're going to say, I ain't coming out to make the UNC look bad. It is not about that. It's about food prices.
Right. And TC, that is all about these people understand what is taking place and they want to be beneficial for their own personal gain, right?
Thank you.
And I'm saying things like the hamper drive. You see the hamper drive? I was not for the hamper drive. You know why? Because people use the hamper drive to gain money for themselves and their families.
Yes.
There were money pumped into constituency. Say, for instance, I'm just saying this, right? For example, the government would have given certain persons, let me say, $200,000. They would give the community $50,000 and put $150 in their pockets. You understand? And these are the type of nepotism. And when persons like myself and other persons speak out, you know what they want to jump up and say? What type of PNM he is. You understand? And I am done with this kind of party politics, right? Because I have been doing my own thing and still continue to be successful. But I have a voice and I will continue to speak out, right? And these people, this person need this and this person need that. Why don't we lobby? Why don't we come together and lobby and try to bring some, like for instance, how America food prices cheap, and clothes cheap. I can understand if rent high, but these other things you could subsidize it, right? We paying taxpayer, we paying money. You understand? We paying taxes. Even as a small business entrepreneur personal that I am, I still have to go down to legal affairs and pay my taxes. You understand? So people like the activists and them, I'm not calling any names, get all your act together. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much. Are we mature enough to rest our beloved parties aside and start studying how our children is going to be eaten And as far as our grandchildren, because the way how the prices just skyrocketing, the prices just going up and up and up. Are you thinking about your grandchildren in the next 15, 20 years? How are they going to survive in the next 15 or 20 years when prices are already this high? When last did minimum wage go up? Because if minimum wage ain't go up, plenty people pay not going up enough. Because the owners of business places and stuff like that is just gonna pay you just what is minimum wage because that's law. And that is it. You understand? Let me take this call. Mr. Bartaya, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You have 1 minute. I took your call because I don't want you to feel that I don't want to take your call, right? But you have 1 minute before.
After this minute.
All right, no problem, right? Yes, we have 1 minute. That's why I wasn't taking any phone calls. But we have 1 minute. We're gonna head to that pause. If you want, you could head up on Facebook right now. Street 919 FM on Facebook. Head up on Facebook right now. Street 919 FM on Facebook. Or YouTube, Iwer TV on YouTube. And you can see me live in studio as well as we have some videos coming your way where you can enjoy in just about 20 seconds. We have some videos. So you have 20 seconds to type up Street 919 FM on Facebook or Iwer TV on YouTube and taking these videos until we come right back at 2:30 p.m. Because of Paul giving me the information just now, we have press conference at 2:30 p.m. from the Prime Minister. All right, I'll be right back.
Expressed are not necessarily the views of the management of the Street 919 FM.
Christmas morning when I wake, I hit the kitchen, start to bake. I see a surprise in my husband. I given him my roast ham, turkey and bread. But when it comes to chicken, I roast and that instead. I given him my roast ball. I given him my roast ball. Let's stick it with a fork. And I don't want no wool talk. You see, I fed up by the bacon on Christmas morning. If he don't want barbecue, well, I don't know what you will. I given him my roast ball. A juicy, juicy roast ball. With some pepper and chow chow. He gon' want to eat it now. It's Christmas morning, ay ay ay, yo yo yo. 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 Whoopa! Hey, Savannah! You see, I love my baby bad. To cook and bake does drive me mad. And Christmas work is never done. So is KFC, he going to get fried chicken. But I know my roast chicken is finger licking. I given him my roast ball. I given him my roast ball. Let's stick it with a fork. And I don't want no more talk. You see, I fed up at the baking on Christmas morning. If he don't want barbecue, well, I don't know what he will. I given him my roast ball. A juicy roast ball. With some pepper and chow chow. He don't want to eat it now. Christmas morning, Christmas morning, Christmas morning, Christmas morning,
Hi, what's up, TNT? This is Wayne Johnson out of Brooklyn, New York. I always wanted to do something back home, and we're going to be doing our gospel segment on Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM. Listen what I want you to do. Spread the word. Spread the word, TNT. Salvation, full and free. Salvation is for everybody. Mondays from 10 p.m. to 12 midnight. That's 10 p.m. to 12 midnight on 91.9 FM.
The Gap Man Limited specializes in products that cater to all your health needs. The Male Enhancement Package targets the areas of the body that contribute to erectile dysfunction. The Male Enhancement costs $1,400. The Gap pills are priced at 250 pills for $500 and 500 pills for just $900. For the best in eye care, get the super combination of a Super Bright and the Body Healer. To improve the heart's function and circulation, get the Gap pills and Formula C. To get a total body cleanse daily, use the Gap Body Healer and Big C, all for a super low price of $1,300. To order your products from the Gap Man Limited, call 628-4531 for products that cater to all your health needs.
For more info, contact 476-7268.
The Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James is now on the Street 919 FM every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday. The Bible says, the Gospel of the Kingdom shall be preached in all the world as a witness to all nations, and then the end shall come. For more info, call 652-0924 or 298-4540 and join us every second, third, and fourth Thursday from 8 to 9 p.m. and every first and third Sunday from 12 a.m. to 5 a.m. Monday for the Gospel of the Kingdom radio program with Gilbert James.
Hi there, I'm Lester Suklal, inviting you to join me on the first, second, and third Saturday, 8:30 p.m. to 11 p.m. for the program Slow Gospel Music, and on the fourth and fifth Saturday from 8:30 p.m. for an extended version of Slow Gospel Music on Street 91.9 FM.
Share the Line. Share the Line. The Street 919 FM on Facebook and Instagram. Share the Line. Iowa George on Instagram. Share the Line. Iowa TV and Street TV on YouTube. Share the Line. The Street 919 FM.
So we are back on the inside. It's just about 3 minutes on to the hour of 2 o'clock at 2:30 p.m. We are supposed to be hearing from our Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honorable Dr. Keith Rowley. And we are talking food prices, the thing that everybody's complaining about. Of course, if you have your personal issue that you would like to raise or something that you would like to speak about, I'm going to give you the opportunity right now to call me and speak about that. But for me, it is the increase of food prices, as well as Aisha is sharing that same view. The increase of food prices is really, really ridiculous. Hi, good afternoon, welcome.
Hi, good day. Following on with you were talking about the food, I believe that Bureau of Standards, which fall under Trade and the Ministry of Trade and Industry, they have a responsibility. People are not, supervisors are not doing what they are supposed to do, and the managers are not managing it. Most organizations, you have a permanent secretary, then you have the supervisor. Where is the accountability? They need to do what they're doing, because these organizations are really overdoing it. The lady talked about a supermarket that the prices are okay. I and all find that prices as Westby's,
yeah. I heard people speak about Westby's. That's in Diego Martin.
No, I'm talking about the one here in Tacarigua.
In Tacarigua.
Oh, yes, the prices are good. The fruits, everything, they are good, and they always have some bargain. So I would ask anybody to go there. But by true value, the price is very expensive there, and don't talk about Price Mart. I know everybody running to Price Mart. They will run to Price Mart and buy and purchase what they want to purchase, but they're unaware of the prices. Take, for instance, when I go abroad and I shop, the granola, they have two in a bag. Mm-hmm. We would buy that big bag that is $7 US. That's, let's say 16 or 20 in TT. Right. All right. They have it for $190 something.
Wow.
When you look at the raisins, the prunes, so they are killing us. We who've been traveling and knowing would know, but people are running and gravitating. But they are very expensive. A bottle of oil, olive oil, you will get a bottle of olive oil for $10 over abroad. But here they have it $100 and something. So they are robbing people. But that's it, and we don't know. The other thing is about the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister was not out of place. He was right because Ancient was wrong because he said he had his own program and he said all kind of things. And when people saying these things, the Prime Minister, the opposition, no one say anything. And why I'm saying the Prime Minister is not at fault? Because if both of us, we have a conversation and I tell you, so and so, get off. What right you have put in what we discussed between both of us? What I realize now, people got to be very careful.
But
because everybody have their agenda out there. Mm-hmm. They're taping you and whatnot. And one has to be very careful.
I don't even think it's about right and wrong, I don't even think it's about who is in the right and who is in the wrong. They are two big men which holds one is a prime minister and one is a prominent business owner. Two big men, and they and that's what I'm gonna say. You have to give me a chance. They have a responsibility, and they just didn't show that responsibility. I don't think one is right and one is wrong, or who is up and who is down. They both have a responsibility, and the lack of responsibility was shown there. There's
always agree and disagree. I disagree with you. Prime Minister is not wrong. Ancient was wrong, and he had no right to take or do what he did. Right. And what he was saying, nobody is talking about how he's been carrying on in the past. If I am talking to you, both of us, we are talking, and I tell you, get off. That is between both of us. Why you have to go and publish that? You see, you have your own agenda. That's how I look at it. Thank you anyway.
Thank you so much. Again, I would not share that because, to me, they are two prominent people in society, and right and wrong is beyond that. I don't think it's right. It's about responsibility, and Ancient was very irresponsible to share the email as well as the responsibility of the Prime Minister. Certain things you just don't say, or you just leave that alone. You just don't let people get under your skin, even though you're human. Yes, Mr. Bartaria.
All right. Good evening again, my brother.
Yeah, man. What's up?
Not too bad. We have a little dialogue here.
Yeah, go ahead.
That first matter, you use a statement just now.
Mm-hmm.
Principle. Two big men having hear the conversation. Mm-hmm. First thing, we're on two different political fence.
Right.
You have my head on all kind of things, singing all kind of things, and people whining on me and saying all kind of things.
Right.
And I still maintain your friendship. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Even though you tell me all kind of things, or here we're going on, I so disconnect myself from the Prime Minister to Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, the geologist.
Mm-hmm.
But the person you're talking about, and even though it's my face personally, that you put on a donkey or you put on whatever, I dismiss that. Because I am your friend as Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, not the Prime Minister.
But that doesn't, but right there, there's now, hold on. If I put in your face on all kind of thing and doing that, then I'm not your friend.
So
then I'm not your friend.
Hold on, right?
Straight up.
Hold on. I am still, even though that is what I tell you, here what you're telling me, that is my political banter. I said, all right, I accept that. Because I still say not my friend. As you outlined, I didn't say so.
Yeah, that's not your friend. That's not your friend.
Hold on, you would have taken it along that road. Dr. Rowley still show what our first Tobagonian Prime Minister tell us, moral and spiritual values, and went along with it. And still keep You still have a personal email, and I still communicate with you. And we having a conversation. And after I supposed to be upset for all what you have done to me. And here we're going on. We didn't see the entire statement of the email of what he said that made him respondent. That part block off to the top. We didn't see what he said to the top, but we see what he said to the bottom. And he never called them anything. He never described him as such. Right? So, if you're dealing with moral and spiritual values and respect as friendship, then you already explained to me that it wasn't my friend. So what you come and do to me now? Then it wasn't my friend in the first place because we were having a personal one-on-one conversation. I gotta be telling you how to go and rob the bank, how to go and rob the treasury. You now come to make the police lock me up. Then you're not my friend. So let me move on. Let me talk about, I hear you talking about food prices. And they're calling on the government. TC, if you go away and buy a container of juice with your money and you get US, whether you pay 6 to 1, 7 to 1, 10 to 1, 100 to 1, the government cannot tell you if to come and sell a gallon of juice for $1,000 or not.
So what is the Consumer Affairs about? Then let's scrap that.
Let me explain to you. It is called Consumer Affairs. If you as the consumer has a problem with a product or a entity, you go there and make a complaint. That has nothing to do with prices. We are living in a liberal trade market. Because again, as I outlined to you, if you as a talk show host get up in the morning and go Guyana and buy a container of sieve and bring it back and choose to sell a sieve at $100, that is your choice, your money, your investment. Nobody
I fully understand that.
Right. So that argument about the government and price, throw that out the window.
Well, that and again, I cannot throw it out the window because Barataria, right? Something has to be done about that, and I fully understand. I fully understand what you just said, right? And it only comes down to us and choice. Right. Just as I tell Kingsley, us and choice.
You know, call and tell you, go up and remand shop.
Right.
So you as the man with the money in your pocket has a choice as Kingsley tell you, I ain't going Charlotte Street. I'm going with the people who are millionaires shopping because they tell themselves they're cheaper. Right. Again, so we had one more point. All right. The government, you notice what is going on around the world right now? You see what's going on with Brexit? They're missing 100,000 truck drivers to drive fuel and food. There's a shortage, and that is in the UK. There's a shortage of food, and America don't have the problem with Brexit. And America has the same problem with shortage of food. Where do we import nearly 90% of our food from?
I'm listening to you.
So if those countries has a problem of feeding themselves and they feed us and their price goes up, the cost of a container move from 2,500 to 11,000. What do you think is going to happen to me as the consumer who purchases? We have to pay the price increase. The government can't tell me I'm going to raise the cost of the government has no control of salary unless you're working in the government sector. Other than that, you're working in the same, and even the government supermarket. Depends on the size of your supermarket, depends on the price of items that you could buy. You could set the cost of the item you could sell. Depends on your expenditure, when you reach your price. I buy a corned beef, up the road could be $10 and one down the road $12. But ask yourself when you go on price, TC, that's what we don't look at. Is the one up the road huggies and the one down the road toes? Before you compare the price, compare if the one up the road is foot and the one down the road is shoes. And next thing you compare, if the one up the road by foot is 500 milligrams and the one down the road by shoes is 450. You understand my point, sir?
I'm listening to you.
The one down the road by foot for $10 is 450. And the one up by toes is 500 for 11. What you're paying the more money for? What I just explained to you. You're paying more money for the quantity in the tin. You understand that, my brother?
Yeah.
But they look the same when you go in the supermarket on the shelf. All of them look the same. All of them is corned beef. All of them tin look the same. But pick up the item and read it and watch the amount in the
quantity,
tin.
right?
Enjoy evening. We'll have the discussion another time.
Man, yeah. Bartaya, while I understand fully what you're saying, I have one problem with you. It's like you're always fighting a political fight. I have one problem with you, Bartaya. You're always fighting a party fight or a government fight. And today, I'm not even on government but somebody has to be held responsible, right? Because we cannot watch it go sky high and then say, well, this person is allowed to go and buy in Canada and come back and sell for whatever price they want. And that person could do that. And even with what you said about the Prime Minister and Ancient Ishmael, that made no sense. The Prime Minister didn't tell you that. You didn't call the Prime Minister and he told you, well, all right, I hold all this friendship with Ancient Ishmael. That's your personal view. And this is why one of the callers was saying there is people that sits right behind this mic here that can call the Prime Minister and get the inside story and get the real thing for us who is outside. You understand? And know exactly what went on or what's going on. If Inshan want to go ahead and talk foolery on one side, let's call the Prime Minister on the other side and get the whole story, because we have people here that is in the bosom, right? Let's not play ourselves any games, right? Let's just, I mean, it's not always about defending. It's not about that. It's not about that. And this is why I said, I don't think it's about right or wrong when it comes to the Prime Minister and this whole issue with Inshan Ismail. I don't think it have a right and a wrong. I don't think so. Good afternoon, I'm Tobago.
Good afternoon, TC. How are you going?
I am okay. How are you?
I see you is the Lawn Ranger today.
Yes, I'm the Lawn Ranger today, but you know I can handle it.
This morning. Got a little shower this morning, so the place cool, it ain't hot, place cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know you always handle your stories, man. I know you could handle your stories. But here in our TC,
mm-hmm.
You see the grocery shopping thing?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard on people. Whether we rich, we poor, however, it is hard. Yes, the rich will be able to afford. But don't forget them ain't complaining too, you know. Them complain.
They could afford the ham, lamb, and jam, Tobago. They could afford the ham, lamb, and jam, and they're buying the ham, lamb, and jam. They're watching the money.
Yeah, we know that. But we ain't talking about the ones who own the goods. We're talking about the ones who buy, eh?
Mm-hmm.
It has some rich people, they're rich but they're cheap.
Mm-hmm. They're cheap.
The rich but
You gonna say they're cheap, but they're not cheap. They're watching the money. They're not cheap.
TC, it has some rich people who have money who can afford.
Yes, and they're not buying it because they find it too expensive.
Yes, so that's what I'm telling you. Some of them, we go say the 5% of the rich who could afford it. It has cheap ones. When they're going, they're watching the 10 apiece and wherever.
Mm-hmm.
They're watching the money, even though they could afford it. It has some of them like that. But you know, TC, according to them, I can't eat the money or I try and survive. So when I get a little extra,
Eat the money.
I will put it out. Like
Tobago,
today,
stop thinking like that. Tobago, I want you to stop thinking like that. Tobago, stop thinking like that. Tobago, you can't eat the money. Well, spend it right.
TC, well, these what I'm telling you, I'm spending it right because when I don't have a car spend, so when I have, let me tell you how I shop. I changed the way how I shopping now. long time. Because when the money used to flow in my hand, I used to buy by the bulk. Right? I would buy by the bulk, I buy my deep freezer and things. So here I throw my bag of chicken and whatever and I season and I put away. I know I have meat. When I see it going down, I'll go back and buy. Right? But things hard. I'm not working that extra work anymore. So I had to cut down. The only time I just buy in bulk is coming to Christmas because I ain't have food so soon. So I'm making that sacrifice so when Christmas time come, my house have enough grocery in it that when, January morning is a hard month. It's a hard month. So my grocery what I'm gonna be buying, it will last me until about March. You understand what I'm saying? But for the meantime, well, according to my girl Aisha, I have a little extra $20. I seen the sugar pan going down. I ain't gonna wait until it's done. I go take it $20 and say, all right, I just spare $20. I could go and buy some sugar and top up the bucket. So that's how I just had to shop and I watch what I buy. If Libby's, I want peas and carrot, and Libby's peas and carrot is $12.50, and I see another brand is $10. That's the cheapest. I picking it up.
But that we had to do.
That's how I shopping. If I know to myself I could do without certain things, I am not going to pick it up. I know tomorrow I want to make macaroni pie and whatever. When I'm going in the grocery and I'm going and pick up what the items are what I want to cook tomorrow, which is my macaroni pie, my color, because I feel to eat, I'm going to pick it up. But other than that, I can't afford to go and pick it up, put it there, and you understand, and then when the moment come and I feel to cook it, I can't do it anymore. I hear you talk about you was doing your little food thing and you had to stop.
Yeah, I pack up shop with that.
The price where you're putting out, you're not gaining back to say, well, okay, you're making an extra $5. That is the reason why the pandemic come. I closed my business because it didn't make no sense to me that keeping the place open. Being a pandemic, we don't know how long the place will remain closed, and then the landlord want the rent money, and I can't find the rent money. You understand? I say I was going to open it back. I ain't getting no place yet, but it's still there on the back burner to see what could happen. But we as consumers, we have to watch we value for we money. We have to watch we money. Right about now where food is concerned.
Yeah.
And then this thing with the Prime Minister and Ishmael, it was a private conversation. I say what I wanted to say because TC like me, I having a private conversation. And we talking one. That time we might have been bad talking Sheila in we private capacity. And then you of yourself now decide to go and tell Sheila what I say. But you ain't say what you say that lead me up to say what I say.
Yeah, and that's real because I'm not seeing the other part of the I'm not seeing the conversation before or after. That wasn't published, right? So you're being honest there, and I can understand that. All I'm saying is they were both they both have responsibility and they were both wrong. That's all I'm saying. You know, and it's not about wrong or right. Let me rephrase that.
I agree with you.
Let me rephrase that. Because I have no right or wrong in that. They were both irresponsible.
No,
that's what it is. You know? And nobody don't have to...
But what I am stating too, it is overbearing because we are talking about the younger generation and the behavior of the younger generation, and we the adults are not setting
the right example,
proper example for the younger ones to follow. So I going along that line. I saying a man is just a man. We are all human, and there are times when we cannot take no more, we're going to explode, right? So two wrongs can't make a right, but enough is enough. And if we want the youth and them to follow in the right direction, we as the adults have to set the right pace for the younger generation to follow, because we are not leaving no good legacy for the young people and them to gravitate to. So that is just all I say. So TC, my dear, you meet home safe. I enjoy what little like I taking since I come back from the meat place. Cause when the meat place, I go in the grocery after my husband done work.
All right.
And you meet home safe. And
You be safe.
And, hi, wherever you are, know you're listening. Good afternoon, darling.
Be safe as well.
Locked on.
All right. And that's the next thing I wanted to touch on. You see this Sunday lunch? We had to face reality. The pie, fried rice, callaloo, peas, stew chicken, baked chicken, or baked pork. See that? Hold out on that a little bit. I'm just telling you, if you feel that you must do that, you go right ahead. If you feel your Sunday must feel like Sunday because of that, go right ahead. But I'm telling you, it's time to hold back on all them things. So you can't afford it right now, hold back. Hi, good afternoon, welcome.
Hey, good afternoon, TC. How you doing?
Yeah, man, I cool. What's up?
Nice. Well, I know I ain't going to ask heavy wherever it is, you know. I hope everything is good. I really believe that Kingsley and he went there this morning by no Martin, because this morning Kingsley didn't tell me. I'm a partner. Kingsley,
Yeah,
if Heavy was with you, better you say it on national radio and stop keeping his secret.
Oh, Lord.
You see?
Yeah, go right ahead and make a contribution, man.
He laughing right now. But we say this Brooklyn, eh? You see, listen, man.
Yeah.
You see, and I like how you tell Bataria to not everything is politics. Because he come in and the first thing he mentioned is that Inchon Ishmael and the Prime Minister is on two different sides of the fence, but they are still friends.
Yeah.
When he know that that man had all the people and make all kind of videos saying to vote for the PNM in the 2015 general election in Ishmael, supported the PNM, he campaigned for the PNM with his own money. So I want Bataria to stop trying to fool people and always defending when we talking about serious matters in the country, which is food prices, and stop lying to people. You understand? Because, you know, they always want to come and try to put that information out there and try to defend. The country is in a mess, and we need really to study what's going to happen tomorrow if these food prices continue to go up. What will we do as Trinbagonians in the country? How would our children eat? How would they survive? You understand? And that is what we should be focusing on, and trying to make the government understand that we are calling upon
That we are
them
all affected. All. If all my callers speak about food prices today, I will be so happy, because here why. I know Inchon Ishmael could pack his family and leave this country tomorrow. It's facts.
Exactly.
He's comfortable in his skin. The Prime Minister can do the same. The Prime Minister can do the same. Whenever he decides to omit office, if he lost election, if he resigns, he could pack his family and leave.
He set his children set.
Right.
He have no worries and his grandchildren set. That's how serious that is. And the same thing go for Inchon Ishmael. They're set.
They're set. But we,
set for life.
the ones that have to survive here. We have to survive. We studying what going on with Inchon and what going on with the Prime Minister. And we food prices all over the place.
We dancing around the real issues. We are dancing around the real issues. And the thing is, once the people say enough is enough, then you will be pressuring them to come out and say, and that's their duty, that's their job, because we put them there to make sure that these things don't happen, and they just come on his side and say, well,
don't blame them.
Like it, so they ain't saying nothing, and they fighting down in the ground there against themselves. Let me leave them there and let me continue studying about we business. You understand? Because at the end of the day, when Inchon Ishmael was getting all the millions from the government, nobody was no social media, no bacchanal was going on. That was in secret. But I go say something. The food prices is really ridiculous, because I am telling you, no matter how they compare it, it shouldn't. When you tell me 2 sai for how much? $20 or $10? 2 sai for $10. I remember 2 sai for $1. And I was just the other day, 2 sai for $1.
Yeah.
And you tell me 2 sai is $10 to save? You understand? That is ridiculous, people. Only come on, man. Let me ready put the politics aside and forget about UNC, PNM and all these different things, and study the people now. But let me study the future generation and how we could put things right today so that tomorrow we can sit back and smile and say it's because of we that this happening today. Whilst we children could smile. You understand? You see,
Exactly.
no time is on you.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Let me take this call. This call I've been calling for a while. Hi, good afternoon. Welcome.
Hey, Mr. PC, I'm going to you, my brother.
Yeah, man. Good afternoon.
From how I like you, eh? You understand? You're very balanced. People are becoming, as fed up here, certain people coming and me, but you understand my point, and it's a dull point. Their point is only to defend one thing.
One thing, right through. Why we
Right
still
through.
doing that? Why we still doing that for political gain? For our own political what?
At the end of the day,
ego.
You understand? At the end of the day, we're talking about country, and them don't like the country. Them don't like nobody. They only like one thing: party. Yeah, what I'm telling you, brother. Right through, the man has come and talk long, and at the end of it, it's the sense of I'm talking about start by out carry. And you know what I like about you too? Yes, listen.
But
You
I must.
just get
I'm sitting here and I'm placed here to listen to you all and to also analyze and make a conscious decision. I would always say this, boss. I am not politically aligned to any party. So if I'm sitting here in all honesty. I am sitting here to give my rationale. It may not be everybody's rationale, but it's my rationale of what's going on.
Thank you. Other commentators are not only bothering. You see my point? Yes. You see my point? Yes. I mean, if it was 100 people and 60 people doing wrong things and 40 people know they're doing wrong things and not saying nothing, you know, the whole 100 getting punished. You don't feel because of God, a person might be good and trustworthy and you're not saying nothing so wrong. It's the whole 100 God punishing. That's why I like how you just stand up, you know, Brother David, and you stand up, you understand, to the right things. Come on, man. You can't be buying and come here for a price and you go there, it's a different price. You go. I mean, what is really going on in this country? We're really doing. And when we try to address it, people come into defend. These are serious things. I find these fellas and them should come over here and stop with the stupidness. When they come in to make a thing, study the people, study poor people, study the stress we're going through. Only studying the rich people and the man and just. I mean, oh God, man, I've set up as something else already when I hear certain people talking. You see, Brooklyn has come real. You know what I'm saying? That callers has come, certain callers come real. They got certain callers only come to send one thing, or you send to boy. My friend of a God.
Thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much. And that is all I'm asking. Today, let me rest everything as aside. Let's rest everything as aside. Because I am surety, if nothing else not bothering you, it is food prices. If nothing else ain't bothering you, it is food prices. You understand? So let's deal with that first. Food prices. Let's hear from you about how you coping with food prices. And that's all I'm asking. Hi, good afternoon.
Yeah, you see, I want to see, and Godman, I was calling Godman.
Yeah.
And you know something? Godman wake up, yeah? And when Godman started to make contribution on the airwaves, he used to be independent and he leaned on a political side. And I am seeing that he gone back again, being independent in his contribution. But me and Goldman is a cross. Goldman used to attack me. I have tape, personal tape. He just know that he attacking me and calling me names as Goldman. But I just like, but he does make good contribution, very good contribution, Goldman. But I just like it. But you see, the point is, right, we as a people, right, we have to stand up and say enough is enough. And it will never happen in this country because me and you cannot change it. Me and you and Heavy and one, two others cannot change it. The majority against us. The majority against us. Because it's go on all sides. It's these and it will never change because this is how they grow up. It's set in their mind. My party is your party. I could say I am not no because I say I got me and I good things while I live like a young man. I happy I get a taste in the two political parties. So I could give an independent view, a biased view, because I get a taste at the both two. And I sit down in the highest table in the both two parties. And I know, and I see, and I hear. So and that's why I say, I live in the room, so I live in the room until I see the people wake up, dealing with country, dealing with not who party in power. Because and as I was telling every on the shows I'm sure you have, I was telling them, okay, remove the PNM now. Who next? We're going to complain if people got UNC and Kamala, we're going to complain the same way.
Same way.
You see?
Same way.
The same way.
Same way. Then what next? Then what next? Then what next?
We need new people. We need young people.
Are you gonna you're saying we need new and young blood and I understand that. We are into our second term with the PNM, right? We are over what, a year? 2 years?
Yeah.
We are heading into 2 years. Heading into 2 years. Right. A new political party drops now with some names that you are not familiar with. Some people that is new. Educated people. Right?
Yeah.
They have all they did political this and all the this and that and the, but they are new.
Yeah.
Are you willing to put these people, and that's the big question, to put the affairs of a country into hands of people that never had no experience in running a country? Although you're saying that we need the new people, are you willing to dip your finger, Kingsley? And I'm not speaking to Trinidad, I'm speaking to you. To give that person with no experience a chance?
You see? Yes. All right. And I love how we go and you understand it. I want to thank you for that. Because that is the road I was going down. Because we cannot take these new people and put them in UNC or PNM. They will be tampered with. They will be tampered with.
But it's obvious. It's obvious because the young politicians right now that is growing under the both political parties.
Hold on. You see, and that is why I answer your question brave and bold. I say yes because listen to me. Under the PNM, it have right now as I speak, it have over 8 to 9 young MPs serving 6 years. Shamfo Kojo, Amy Brown, many others. Under the UNC today, it have over about 10 to 12 young people, right? Renting there for good intentions, but they have to tote the party line. They have to play a team player, right? So we could say when we see Leon's going in, Leon is a young person. We was hoping that he get a ministry, he get something that he could do things for the people, but he certain. But I think he come and talk. He has to be a team player. So we need young people to see as what you say there, who come to UE, who clean. Because you see, people might say, why, once these people know is economists, the doctors, they are the bachelors, they are the know they could run the country. Because today, these same young people, like many of them who in ministry under the PNM, they are young ministers. They never know. Because when Shamfo Kojo was removed
from Minister of Tourists and Dr. pushing sports. She say, I know nothing about sports, you know. But she went in the ministry and she are running on the ministry well. So we need again, you see. I support you, and I like how you understand where I was going, and me and you on the same track.
Well, I have to say, thank you so much for your contribution. The press conference is on.
Press conference on.
Yes, so I will have to take it over to the press conference right now. Trinidad and Tobago, I really enjoy having the conversations with you all today. All right, this is something that is affecting all of us, and please shop and spend your money right. Keep safe for the rest of the weekend. I am out. I'm going to take you over to the press conference right now.
Since March 12th to present to 50,903. Total recovered patients so far 45,182. Active cases 4,232. Those in self-isolation 3,680. Patients in hospital 290. Those in step-down 68. And those in state quarantine facilities 142. Honorable Minister will go into the vaccination figures. So Dr. Hines will begin with the EPI update, followed by Dr. Richards and Dr. Trotman. Dr. Hines?
Thank you, CMO, Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Ministers, colleagues, members of the media, members of the viewing and listening public. The epidemiologic update for October 1st, that is yesterday, 2021,